Everything about this existence, everything we know about it, is really the opposite way around the way that we understand it. What I mean by that is this. What is up is down, and what is down is up. What is black is really white, and what is white is really black, and what is right is really wrong, and what is wrong is really right. The poor is really rich, and the rich is really poor. This existence that we call life is not really life, but merely a mock illustration of life. Because life within itself means prosperity. It's everlasting. It means to live. It means to exist and to continuously exist. It is life. So the mere fact that everything that is old or new becomes old, and everything that exists eventually deteriorates and dies, gives you a good idea of the fact that we're not actually living life. We're living what we call a mock illustration of life, a life in living color, our cartoon world life. This is not reality, but merely a mock illustration of it. Life within itself can never die. For example, the man that acquires a lot and becomes rich and wealthy really has no incentive to acquire attributes like integrity and morals, because he feels there's no need to. The poor, on the other hand, they're only left with these attributes to acquire because they're the thing that keeps them going, the thing that enhances their life and possibly helps them to survive. But the rich and wealthy man acquires a whole lot of things, a whole lot of stuff. And that stuff and those things eventually fade away, and he has to continually renew those things. Whereas the poor doesn't have that opportunity. The poor can't renew his life over and over again. So the poor has to use ingenuity and integrity and intelligence and wisdom and all these things that you can't see that makes up the moral fiber of his character to try to make sure his life is sustained in a way that he can continue to move forward. Whereas the rich and wealthy man, he doesn't have to do that. He can constantly renew his life with materialism because of the money that he's provided, the money that he has. He can continue to renew his life. So he's given the illusion that life is continuing. There's a continuity of life, and there's a life in the presence of things that he has because he can constantly renew it without ever feeling like he's losing something. He's under the impression that he's invincible and that he can never die. He starts to believe that he'll live forever, even though his body is dilapidating day by day. So there's that illusion there. But in all actuality, the rich man is dying just like the rest of the world. So it's most important to understand that nothing is what it seems. We must observe life from a different lens. What looks up is really down, and what's down is really up. And what appears to be wrong is actually right, and what appears to be right is really wrong. We have to observe life in this sense. You see, it appears to be okay to do wrong to another person, because the wrong in this world, if you notice, is rewarded. Being evil is rewarded. You know, the most diabolical people run government. The most diabolical, immoral people are rich and wealthy. The ones that tend to do the most ill will to people and humanity seem to exceed in life. But the ones that do what is right and what is moral seem to fade away in the background, or they are just immediately done away with. So everything in this life is designed to give you an illusion of what something actually is. It's designed to deter you from the reality of what things really are. Our responsibility is to be the observer and to pay close attention to the nuances of life and the detailed orientation of how we exist here. That is our only job. And the remedy is behind the scenes of the fake reality. The understanding of how to disconnect to this place is always right in front of us. If our attachment are on physicalities and things that exist around us, then we will forever be trapped here. See, the man that has no attachment, no moral obligation to the physicality of life, no love or passion towards it, can easily detach himself from it. But the man that loves the world, that loves the life, that loves this existence and feels that it is all that it can ever be, will forever be attached to it. His desires will chain himself to the carnality of this world. His desires will keep him chained and trapped into a prison that he will forever be trapped in and will never be able to escape. Because his mind believes that the illusion that he was given to live is the reality of how things truly are. So let us understand life and understand and comprehend that life is only life if it is prosperous and if it is prosperity. And that does not exist in this tangible, physical world that we call life. The mock illustration of life is only an example and an illustration of what life really is. That is why life moves so slowly. It moves so fast and moves so slowly. We believe that it is continuous and it'll go on and on and on and on. And it seems to take forever and ever and ever for things to unravel and to unfold. But really things are going really fast. We have this conundrum because of the simple fact that it is an illustration of eternity. It is an illustration of that. Time cannot be eternal, but time can pretend to be eternal. It can pretend, it can make believe, it can mock eternity by giving you the idea that it's forever, but it's not. We know this by the deterioration of things as we watch it unfold through time. So we must understand and comprehend what life is, and understand and comprehend that the most important elements of life require our astute attention to it, our strict attention, our strict diligence, and our acquirement to want to know and understand what life is really about.